Have you ever wondered why some men stay, while others just disappear once the excitement fades? The truth is, physical attraction gets someone through the door, but it's emotional attraction that makes him want to stay in the room. A man can find you beautiful and still walk away in 3 weeks. But when he's emotionally hooked, something different happens. He starts building his life around you without even realizing it. Today I'm going to walk you through 7 signs that prove a man is emotionally attracted to you, not just physically drawn to you. And sign number 7 is the one most women completely miss. So stay with me until the end, because that one sign alone can tell you everything about where this relationship is actually headed. Sign number 1, he loses track of time with you. You start a conversation at 8, and suddenly it's midnight. There was no clock watching, no awkward silences, just 2 people who forgot the rest of the world existed for a while. This isn't an accident. When a man is only interested in your looks, he grows bored quickly once the initial spark settles. But when he's emotionally invested, being near you feels effortless, like his mind finally gets to rest. Time disappearing around you means your presence is doing something to him that he probably can't even explain. Sign number 2, your opinion actually matters to him. There's a difference between a man asking you a question just to be polite and a man who genuinely pauses before making a decision because he wants to know what you think first. When he's emotionally tied to you, your voice becomes part of his internal compass. He'll bring up a work problem, a family situation, even something as small as which shirt looks better, and wait for your answer like it actually changes his decision. That's not small talk. That's a man quietly telling you, your judgment matters to me, and I trust it. Sign number 3, he lets you see the parts of him nobody else gets to see. Every person carries a version of themselves they only show to people they deeply trust. If he starts telling you about a childhood memory he's embarrassed by, a fear he's never said out loud, or a dream he hasn't told anyone else about, pay attention. That is not casual conversation. That is a man opening a locked door and letting you walk in. Emotional safety like that isn't given easily, and once a man feels safe enough to be vulnerable with you, walking away from that becomes much harder than people think. Sign number 4, you start showing up in his everyday life, even when you're not there. He sends you a song halfway through his drive because it reminded him of something you said. He sees a meme and immediately thinks, she needs to see this. He takes a random photo of nothing special and sends it anyway, just because he wanted you to see what he was seeing in that moment. These gestures feel small, almost forgettable, but they reveal something huge. You've moved from being someone he talks to into being someone he thinks about, even when life is pulling him in 100 other directions. Sign number 5, he starts talking about a future that includes you, without even trying to. Listen closely to the offhand comments. You'd love this place, we should go together sometime. My best friend would actually really like you. We have to watch that show together. These lines slip out so naturally that he probably doesn't even notice he said them. But a man doesn't casually place someone into his future plans unless part of him has already decided you belong there. He's not performing for you in these moments, he's simply thinking out loud, and what he's thinking about is a life that has you in it. Sign number 6, he stops trying to impress you and just becomes himself. In the beginning, everyone puts their best foot forward, careful words, curated stories, the polished version. But watch what happens once real emotional attraction sets in. He starts laughing at his own terrible jokes. He gets a little weird, a little goofy, a little unfiltered. He tells you the embarrassing stories he usually keeps buried. This shift means something important. He no longer feels the need to perform around you, because somewhere along the way, being around you started to feel like relief instead of pressure. That's the real difference between chasing attraction and building connection. One exhausts you, the other feels like finally being able to breathe. And now, sign number 7, the one that actually decides everything. Consistent effort. Not the big romantic gestures, not the dramatic declarations, but the quiet, repeated choice to show up for you. He checks in on your day, not because he's supposed to, but because he actually wants to know how you're doing. He remembers something you mentioned weeks ago and brings it up again. He notices the small shift in your tone before you even say something's wrong. He makes time for you even when his schedule is packed, and when disagreements happen, he doesn't vanish, he stays and works through it with you. This is the sign that separates the men who talk about caring from the men who actually prove it. Because chemistry can fake a connection for a few weeks, but consistency cannot be faked for months. If you're the one always reaching out first, always planning, always carrying the emotional weight of the relationship alone, that is not emotional attraction, That's you doing all the work for someone who hasn't decided yet. But when a man is truly emotionally invested, you won't be chasing him. You'll feel him walking right beside you, matching your effort without you ever having to ask for it. So those are the 7 signs a man is emotionally attracted to you, not just physically drawn to you. Which one hit closest to home for you? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want more videos that actually explain what men don't say out loud, subscribe now, because this channel is built for women who are done guessing and ready to finally understand. I'll see you in the next one.